Greetings everybody, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Today guys, we are working on our base yet again. Last time we started on this pathway here to Ethos. We now have a new pathway up here we made on stream that goes out to our flower farm. And yeah, maybe a new connection here to Pearls it looks like across this river, potentially. We'll have to talk with Pearl about that. And yeah, we need more pathways here. Some going to the Goat Mountain, some going to the Gaming District, some going to the Trading Hall over here. That Cleo set up that we can also use since we got the villagers up here and she moved them down. And so basically it's all about pathways today. Pathways, 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 and more pathways. Luckily, the secret to making pathways, of course, is through interpretive song. Pathways, spreading on out. Spread it out. Slicing through terrain that we can do without it. Pathways, expanding on out. Expand it. Connecting all the bases that we know about. We know them all. Pathways, lay them on out. Lay them on. It's the only thing that I can think about. These pathways, get out the path. Move it. That's a really good way you can feel my wrath. Ooh. Pathways, showing the path. Showing it. Traveling down them so fast you can kiss my ass. Pathways. 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 We're digging up the ground for pathways. Digging it all up, baby. Putting deep slate down on the pathways. All that deep slate. You gotta go around the pathways. It's the only way to go. Foundations of a town, the pathways. Fundamental. There's fire all around the pathways. Super hot. We gotta figure out the pathways. Figure them all out. We travel up and down, we cut right through a mound, we barely make a sound, we're slicing through terrain, we just might go insane, never feel no pain. On the pathways. The pathways. Pathways. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse there. We now have some beautiful pathways here leading over to the trading area where Cleo has her villagers. Then we have this giant pathway here, which this thing, if you guys have ever been to the Manitou Incline in Manitou Springs, Colorado, this is kind of what it reminds me of. It's just like this sort of like stairway that just continues to go up and gets steeper and steeper and steeper as you go further and further upwards. So that's kind of a cool thing, and it does go way, way, way up into the mountain here. You can see we actually stopped it here just before we start going back down the other side to the gaming district, but we'll continue that and hook that up in the near future. And then you can like walk down it. It's kind of cool to walk down it, and you have like this huge, vast ocean of skulk and skulk, like soulfire and stuff around the area. So that's going to be really neat. Especially when we put the border around this whole area. And then, yeah, like I said, goes over there. It also goes through the mountain here, which you saw. Connects up over here to this pathway. And then we got another pathway going on the other side of the fireworks factory, which is currently in progress, which is going to come out here. So things are going pretty well right now. We still have a little bit more to do. We got to light these up, of course. Light those up with some fire. But yeah, progress is being made, so let's keep going. Let's keep making some paths. Whoo! I'm about to make a name for myself out here. Look at this pathway, ladies and gentlemen. It's done. It's done. It goes all the way to the edge and beyond of our base area of the Skulk extent. And yeah, fireplace down, obviously. Cobbled deep slate. Tiled deep slate. It's looking very nice. It's looking very nice and has a nice pattern, and also goes over like this cavern, for instance, down there. And yeah, then it hooks up to where we have our amethyst farm and our skeleton farm down there, right here. I might make something here that like shows this off a little bit better instead of just having a hole in the middle of the pathway. But for now, it's fine. We've also been making other pathways. All the pathways being made today. Over here, we've got a little offshoot, excuse me, flames, right here, down beneath, dips down, and comes back up to our fireworks display that we've recently added here on the server. And it's kind of cool here. We have this little amethyst dike going through here, and we sort of like brought this downward here so that it sort of like juts through from above. So it kind of like is a continuation of the above stuff below. So I don't know. I'm really digging that. And then to top it all off, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Legend of the Cleo variety. Sorry. The Cleo of the zombie variety. The legendary Cleo of the zombie variety. Who has also now made a pathway. We've got other hermits making pathways, which is fantastic. Check this out. Cleo has made a path over here. As you can see. From her base. It goes up the hill. And then ends up here. And we can make now a little plaza here at the villager trading hall that Cleo has made in here. So things are looking up. Things are looking up. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. No, no, no. We have some other exciting news. And for that, we got to head to the shopping district. So over here at the shopping district, we're going to head on into Hermit Horns because we got some new horns that we have now added to the shop. I was going to do this a long time ago, but I forgot. But now the horns are in. We have the Corralis collection now.
What am I looking at? What is this?
Now at the shop. So yeah, if anybody wants any of these classic Corralis sounds, including boom chicka wow wow,
Boom chicka wow wow,
boom chicka wow wow, they can come and get it. My personal favorite is this ZF one. We got to play this when ZF is on.
Is that Zedaf? Oh, it is Zedaf! He's been here! He's been here for like 20 minutes!
That's my personal favorite. But there's also other classics like Look Into My Eyes.
Look into my eyes, nothing but my eyes.
Beautiful, beautiful. So if anybody wants those are now available. And yeah, of course, we got the classic
Beat-ups is mooning me at all times.
to top it off. So yeah, if anybody wants any of those 5 horns, those are now available at Hermit Horns. So a couple new horns today, which we love to see. Anyways, thought I'd mention that. Now we got to get back to the base area because we got some things to do there. So we've got a whole bunch of these new pathways through our base, and they're looking good, but some of these tunnels and things, well, they're not quite done. Or are they? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got all the stone replaced with either crying obsidian, coal, or some, yeah, skulk with some amethyst buds on it. Just like we have down below in some of these caverns and things that are like sort of dipping down. Once again, tying things in a little bit and, you know, making the area feel a lot more cohesive. Speaking of cohesion, we have a little bit of a problem. And of course, our problem over here is that we got a big cave area that is still stone. Yep, cannot have that. Of course, we can easily replace it. And of course, that is also now completed here. So we got a little skulk action down here, crying obsidian, coal blocks all around, and we also put some amethyst buds down here, which should help tie this in to the skulkified area up above here. So now if we look down in, you see nothing but some crying obsidian looming in the background. I love it. All right, that's great. And we also got a few other caves and things down around here, but it's now time to move on to a bigger part of this base. And of course, the big thing I'm talking about here at the base is this giant area of stone and andesite and granite and stuff like that that we got to take care of and transform. And so we just come down here and it's done. Just like that, we got ourselves a, yeah, totally finished area, complete with deep slate all around. We continued what we had in the front from this front section. We had some blackstone and some deep slate, and we just continued that to the inside here. We also added some ores and stuff around here, and of course we got these big pillars of amethyst here, which sort of make a cool effect. Of course, we also have the fog effect here. We wanted a really deep, dark purple effect here, which sort of fits with the theme of the area at night. So if we get around here and then come out this way, you can see when you fly over like this, has a really nice, deep, dark purple to it. especially at night. Let me actually wait until night and show you guys, because this looks pretty cool. Also, while we're waiting for night, just a side note, I did add in a few more caves and decorate a few more caves, such as this one right here, with some more obsidian, some more skulk, things like that. We got another one over this way, which we've now filled in. That's not the one. Where is it? It is up here, yes. This one that was kind of nearby our base has now also, I believe, been completed. So we got one coming down in here. This goes down quite a ways down here. So that one is now also done. And there's been a few other ones around the area, namely like over at the mountain over here. We had a little area that was kind of incomplete up here. I still have to add some amethyst, just a few amethyst in here, but this one is now basically done, as well as a few other ones around the area here. Darkness falls upon the land. Not sure why I said that so dramatically. That happens every single night on the server, but yeah, let's take a look at what we got. So if we come over here, let's just make sure we're not going to be attacked by a creeper or some zombies, but we look down. Yeah, look at that with the backlighting. So I put down a bunch of frog lights underneath this, but you can't see them. So it gets this deep royal purple here. You can just see that little line. It's actually a rendering glitch, I think. But if I make my way up here and fly by, this is what we were really looking to see. Yeah, look at that deep, dark purple in there. Makes it very mysterious. Like, what secrets could be down here? What secrets could await underneath in this area? It is very hostile on purpose. There are mobs that can spawn like in the caves nearby and things. So yeah, we want it to be kind of hostile, but we also want, I think, some named mobs in there eventually. But yeah, the idea is that this is where sort of things started to first go south, and that's why it looks so like deep purple there, with the amethyst, like this complementing the amethyst and stuff in this area. So yeah, that is a pretty nice little section of our base we have now. So very happy about that. Makes it look a little bit more mystical, magical, and corrupted a bit. So yeah, things looking up here. But for now, we're going to move on to a new project. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for what I consider to be probably the best part of every project. It sort of anchors it in the world, and that, of course, is when you update the map to reflect what you've done. And we've done quite a bit here, so it's time to update the map. Keep your eye out on this section right here. This is the section we updated, so let's just pop this off. Shkadooshk. We should be close enough to update that, I think. That's that little part. Yeah, no more grass. Let's go. And then this guy. Yeah, let's go. There's our purple grass. And that should, I think, have updated the entire thing, right? That whole thing fits in this. Yep. All right, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there we go. That, I think, is the last major stone section that we had anywhere in the vicinity of our base. So that is fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm very, very happy about that. Whoa, hello. Wow, that guy actually jump scared me. This guy came from all the way from the nether, from 3 stories down. What a bro. What a bro. Okay, so now that we've done this, we actually have to update our tools. We have to repair our tools because we actually almost broke our other pickaxe during this because we dug out so much. So we're going to come on down here to our XP farm. This is our armadillo-based XP farm. We just put our wither rows down, we splash the armadillos, and then silverfish arrive. And we're going to actually put this in our offhand. We also got some little scoots here. And then we just start to slay. And this should slowly repair our pickaxe. No need to even go to the end anymore. Do people still... You need to let me know. Do people still go to the end? To, like, enders? Or has everybody updated to this design? Because this design is, in my opinion at least, by far the best design. So we're just going to wait here a few minutes. We got to repair all of our tools, and our elytra as well was getting kind of low. So we'll just do this real quick right here. And I'll be right back. Alright, everything has now been repaired here. Our tools are all repaired, our elytra's repaired, and yeah, if you don't have one of those XP farms, definitely get one for yourself. Put it in your base. Super, super useful all the time. And yeah, with that, now with the landscape figured out, I feel like we're finally leaving phase 1 of the base and entering phase 2. So phase 2, gonna be the biggest phase yet, gonna be the most significant phase yet of the base development. So basically the whole landscape was phase 1. And now with phase 2, we're finally going to be implementing the details in the landscape that I've wanted to add. We're going to be continuing to work on some of the pathways, like the Cleos and to Pearls down here. But we're going to be, most importantly, adding the mineral ores that are starting to sprout up from the ground, like all these redstone bits you see here, as well as the gold and dendritic diamond crystals you see here. These are just 2 examples. But yeah, we're going to be starting to make the minerals come out of the ground, which will be very exciting. So what we need to do now, we need to partition the base, because I don't want to just put, redstone here and diamond there and gold here and, have it be all jumbled up. There's going to be like actual sections of the base, because in real life, minerals are like concentrated in certain areas. So we want to do sort of the same thing with the base here. I'm also going to be adding some blocks, like to the block palette. So like you can see here with these dendritic diamond blocks and things here. You see these diamond blocks behind here if we get rid of the skulk veins. We're going to be adding not only the warped Nylium here, but the crimson Nylium underneath these redstone ones. You can see these are just redstone blocks and some nether wart blocks as well. So we're going to be adding some of the crimson variety of the Nylium underneath. And that's sort of like the, think of it like the ores. They're hardier than the stone and grass, which got corrupted by the skulk. But the ores themselves have also been starting to erode away from the skulk. Like the skulk pushed them up and out, and they were hardier, so they popped through the surface. But now, even things like diamond and redstone are now starting to be sort of corrupted and sort of worn away a little bit. So that's the plan. We're now ready to start placing down these giant mineral crystalline structures throughout our base area. And so what do we need to get started and to make that process as efficient as possible? Well, I put down on the board of things to do some things we got to do. So we got to, first of all, get the minerals. Then we got to get the secondary blocks. And actually, you know what? Instead of getting get slash, I guess I will put get secondary blocks or produce them. Or have production ability. There we go. And then we need to partition the minerals areas, like separate the areas where we want certain minerals, not others. Separate those from each other. And then we actually have to begin, placing down the minerals and crystals in the proper areas. So that's sort of the pattern here. So first of all, getting the minerals. You guys might recall back in the beginning of the season, we did an insane amount of mining. So luckily, we have quite a few blocks of redstone. So we got shulker box here, shulker box here, shulker box here of redstone blocks. We also have, from that same mining test, some blocks of raw gold. So lots of blocks of raw gold and some diamonds as well. I don't think the raw gold and diamonds we have enough of, but we can always get more. We have a tunnel board now, and we also developed what I believe is the best mining technique, and discovered the best mining technique ever, which, yeah, you can see in previous episodes of this series if you are interested in learning how to efficiently mine in Minecraft. Very efficiently mine in Minecraft. So I think we're good with the minerals. The other stuff, though, like the crimson... Yeah, the crimson Nylium and the warped Nylium. These we not only have a shop for, but we don't have a way to produce more very easily. So I'm thinking what we want to do today, we want to set up like some micro farms for Nylium, or Nylium, up here on the 3rd floor. I think this would be a good use of this space right here. We could set up like a warped Nylium station and a crimson Nylium station. I think that would be kind of cool. And while we're up here renovating, could also be good to update the the board here. This because this is kind of like bare bones. Everything else, like the glowstone we need for the gold crystals, the prismarine we need, and the copper we need for the diamond, the dendritic diamond crystals, I think we have. But the crimson and warp nyliums, we need to have a production capability for those. So that's what I think we're going to do now. We're going to set up a little like micro station. Basically, the way I want it to work is I want us to be able to place down some netherrack. Like hold it in our offhand, hold our pick in our main hand. I want to be able to place down the netherrack. Then if there's a warped nylium here that's like permanently there, we can then effectively just have a dispenser, bone meal this netherrack, and the warped nylium will just grow here. And then we can also maybe make it, I don't know, maybe a little bit longer like this, so that it hits all these blocks, and then we just simply mine them up, and then we just place them back, and then mine it up, place it back, mine it up, and could potentially be a good way to get warped and crimson nylium. So that's what we're going to make right above here. Let's see if we can do it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and build this farm here. I've already cut back the vines here a little bit. I'm actually going to do that a little bit more here, just to make sure we got some space. And we'll do this one as well. There we go. Just give us a little more space vertically to go up and down. So I designed this farm just a few minutes ago. So it's 7 blocks wide, which should 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fit in this area here. And I don't think we're even going to need to take down any of these twisting vines, which is kind of cool. So let's see. So the area we're going to be in. So let's see. This is going to be the hoppers and chests, dispensers. So here's where we're going to actually be farming this stuff. So I'm going to place down 4 crying obsidian like this. And then we're going to place down some tiles. We're going to fill this in the back end. And then we're going to place down stuff like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so if I'm standing here, I can break this block, but if I'm standing another block back, I can't place. Yeah, so this is the maximum extent. So we're going to be able to place 4 of these down like this. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to need our dispensers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. That's going to be holding our bone meal. And we're going to have hoppers feeding into these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the twisting vines a bit. And then we're going to have torches down here like this. And so basically, us placing down the nylium like this, the netherrack like this, is going to self-power the dispensers like that. And then we're going to break these like so. And then we're going to place more down. So if we have it like this, you can sort of see the pattern we're going for right here. So now we need to basically put crimson nylium and warped nylium on this side. And we're also going to make it so that we can basically exchange one for the other. So we can either have warped nylium active or crimson nylium active. So that's sort of the plan here. So basically the first one that's going to be grown from here is going to be the warped nylium. And so we're going to need basically 2 stacks of pistons here. Like this, like that. And then our crimson nylium going to be across like this. Now, caveat here. You cannot have a full block on top of nylium like this. You'll see if I place the crimson on top of the warped will actually start to die and turn back into netherrack after a brief time. So we have to prevent that. So we have to make these 2 sets of pistons basically whenever one is extended, the other is retracted. So that's what we're going to do. This is not dying for some reason, but trust me, it eventually will die. And then we will have no more warp nylium down here eventually. To prevent that tragedy from happening, so we won't have to keep replacing the nylium down here, we need to make a little circuit. So we're going to basically have we're going to have a block here. I'm going to use a waxed copper bulb with a button right here. And then we're going to need some more deep slate tiles here. It's going to be our circuit that controls the pistons. So this is going to go into here, have a block here, and then we're going to have block like this, down like this, and then dust like that. So that's going to control the bottom, and the top is just going to be the same thing but inverted. So block here, block back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Sweet. All right. So yeah, you can see the warp Nylium has now reverted to netherrack. So yeah, that's not what we want. We want it to all stay in the warp state. So we need to have these like this, and then I'm also going to basically put a thing back here like this and like this. There we go. Right, so now we should have the situation where if I press this, yeah, you can see we can now swap the warp Nylium and the crimson Nylium. So yeah, this will make it so that we can swap which one we're growing here in the farm itself. So that's going to be super useful. Let's also put down a light in the back here. There we go. Very good. Okay, so now farm is done, basically. So yeah, we're just going to put down bone meal like this. 1, and there, and there, and there, and in there. We're also going to get, let's see, some copper trapdoors. Boom, boom. Except I'm also going to put a block here. And whoops, did not mean to do that, but did. We're going to actually do this. And do that. There we go. So now the control is just a little higher up. We're just doing that so this trapdoor doesn't move. So now, yeah, we're basically done. So we got bone meal and everything. Let's try it out. So if we just look at this obsidian block and then right click, screw it up, we break it. Screw it up, we break it. Fantastic. So now we should have 8. Well, we had more than that, but we would now have 8 more crimson Nylium than we had before. Let's say we wanted to do warped Nylium. So we just down like that, across, down like that, across. Like that, and yeah, it just keeps going. So there we have it. That is our crimson Nylium and warp Nylium farm. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. So now we can just put on, chests over here. Bop, 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 bop. And yeah, now we can just feed this. And we probably also want to put something so that, blocks don't come out the sides. So we'll probably just like build this up like this. And then like this. And then here we'll have to put, since we can't have full blocks like this because it'll kill the Nylium or the Nylium, we'll just have, if I can get, let's see, I need a crafting bench. If I can get some, and actually I might have some in here. Deep slate tile stairs, yes. And more deep slate tile stairs, very good. So we'll get up here. Put these down upside down on the Nylium, because if you put these right side up, if you put these like this, this will actually kill the Nylium, as you see right there, it just did. So yeah, we don't want that. So instead, what we'll do is we'll put these like this, like that, so that basically whenever I swap these out, this no longer counts as a full block up here, so the Nylium will survive. And then we have a little gap back there, which looks kind of weird. So we're just going to come back here. We're just going to do the same thing over here. And we're using stairs again, because when we move it back, like that, if we used full blocks here, yeah, we could have blocks very rarely, jumping up in here. And also these blocks would die if they were full blocks. So we're just going to use these like this and over like that. And I think that is pretty much it. We are going to also probably put in like a thing to like go up the side here. So let's just do like this and like that. Little corner thing here. And then we can probably move this so that it connects and it looks like a full block, but it actually is missing the corner block. Yeah, like that. All right, there we go. that is looking pretty sweet. And now we just basically cover in whatever we don't need. We can just basically make like a little thing here to effectively decorate the farm. So let me do this. I'll be right back, but that's how you build the Crimson and Warp Nylium Farm. All right, everybody. So we got everything down here that we needed. So yeah, farm is now up and operational. We just got to get some bone meal in here. So let's just do that now. We'll put a little bit in this slot here. That'll filter on in. And we'll put some over here as well. Put those in there. That should evenly distribute. And then we'll just do another couple stacks here and a couple stacks here. So as long as we keep these dispensers filled with bone meal, you see it's filling now, this farm will just always work as long as we have some netherrack here, which is great. So that's absolutely fantastic. And we can store, you know, the warped and crimson Nylium in here. And these trapdoors will also oxidize, so it's going to be eventually the same as this color here. These are unoxidized right now, but over time they will oxidize, and this area should look pretty nifty. We can also take a look at what it looks like from below, because we can see up into it, and I think it looks pretty cool. The only thing that's like blatantly obvious right now is the unoxidized trapdoors, but like I said, those will indeed oxidize over time, so looks pretty sweet. Looks pretty sick. I like it. So with this farm now done, I think it's now time to move on to the board here. So we got to update this. Basically, I'm just looking for an aesthetic upgrade here so that this looks a little bit better instead of just the basic stone and basic, you know, oak and birch wood. We want to make it a little bit fancier, and maybe like we'll go off of what we did over here to make like a starboard type thing with some gold bits in the back. I think that looks kind of cool. So maybe we do something similar over here with the planning board, I guess. So yeah, give me a sec. I'm going to change this up. I'll be right back. Things just sort of got out of hand, guys. So here's what we got for our new board. Check it out. We got ourselves Cub's Great To-Do Board of Stuff and Things 2. Trademark. And of course, we got all of our stuff and things. Get them minerals, get them blocks, put on socks, partition the box, and then finally build them rocks. That's our plan. We are in the put on socks phase. I got socks on, so we're actually close to partitioning the box, which of course refers to the boxy nature of our base here in general. But yeah, got a little carried away with this area decoration-wise. I kind of like it though. Add a little depth to the board. We got some mangrove wood in here, mangrove signs, and of course a little bit of carpeting and some new pots and things. And we also tried to make like a little room here. We wanted it to be like kind of a separate room, but still connected to the other rooms, the other part of the room, like with the farm and stuff. So that's really nice. And it was a little bit close quarters walking around here, so we added another caution tape, similar to the one we have on the floor below, just because you might, if somebody walks into that block down there, see somebody flying past you at high speed, or actually plummeting back down at high speed, if they're using this as sort of a little bit of a roller coaster, you know? So, yeah, it's a good time, and I think we did pretty well decorating here. So, yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Cub. See you next time.